Hey everybody, it's Captain Shane, and I'm back with something different for me. This is the ToLiss A321 with the current engine option, not the new engine option. I got it on sale in the X-Plane store, 20% off. I'm doing something tonight that I never thought I'd ever do. I'm flying an Airbus. I've just been so fundamentally opposed to the cockpit infrastructure, the fly-by-wire stuff. It just seems so unappealing to me, but you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I got the KOSP sound pack to go with it because I heard it's really good. And we're going to fly this thing tonight. This is an Airbus A321, like I mentioned. We're currently at San Diego Airport. And I'm going to try to take this thing up to San Francisco. And if it goes well, we'll continue on to Portland. So I've got the beginnings of my own checklist. I know this has one built in. So I'm going to do my very best to get this thing going here. I'm going to be doing this kind of live. So be patient with me. If you guys have any input on what I should be doing, if I'm screwing something up, if my checklists aren't correct, by all means, let me know as you see issues. Otherwise, I'm just going to fumble through this thing and hope that I get it right. Emergency lights are... Oh, wait. So they should go armed, and that should go to dim. Okay, parking brake. The chocks are in, so we can release the parking brake. Alright, let's turn on the IRUs. These should go to nav. No smoking signs, because this is a passenger flight, not cargo tonight. Let's see, no smoking. Okay, EIS panel. That's obviously not called that. I need to get rid of that because that's not what these Airbus call it. But this one we're going to put on plan. About 20. I don't know even what to put on there. And this one we'll have on arc, I guess. Sure, that works. Let's do that. Okay, so weight and balance. I believe we can get weight and balance probably from the FMS, I think. So let's go here, go to initialize. So I'm probably gonna need to put it in a flight number because okay, so I have this thing integrated with SimBrief. 1443 is our flight number, so I put that in there. And I click initialization request, flight plan data link in progress. So let's see if it picks it up. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, look at that. It's loading up. That's a good start. Flight plan data link in progress. Performance data uplink. AOC aircraft flight plan uplink. We're going to click align our IRS. Cool. Let's see if it picked up weight and balance on this side. I think if we click reset to current, there it is. Let's take a look at our flight plan tonight. So the A321 fuel on board should be 14.7. Is that what we have? 14.2. Let's just make it an even 15,000. That's what I want. Okay. Oh, don't need that. All right. Cost index 5. There's the wind. Flight level 360. 155 passengers. Total payload is 34,100 pounds. Takeoff weight 153. Okay. I think this is right. So we go back over to the FMS. Cost index is 6. Okay. So next page. Fuel 14.7. Alternate. Okay, so I think that's done. So if I click wind, if I click request wind data uplink. Okay. Request wind for cruise. And next phase, descent wind. Looks like it's in. So that's good. So I will say this, I do not like this what do you call it? The Airbus FMC, the MCDU. I'm not a fan. It just seems foreign to me. Anyway, so we got initialization is done. Let's click on flight plan. So the flight plan at a KSAN, I think we need to insert the I think we need to put in a departure. So we're on runway 27. And the SID, I guess it didn't upload for whatever reason, is going to be the Padres 2. Why would that not upload with this? So Padres 2 with the, here, I'm going to move this over to my other screen. Padres 2 with the IK transition. Let's go insert. So we got that in there. Let's see if we can kind of skip through here. So it's kind of like an MD-11 with the way it does the flight plan. Top of descent, Surfer. All right, now we're going to pick up the arrival. So that's going to be Surfer 4. So let's go back to the MCDU. We're going to go... Okay, so I guess we don't do that there. San Francisco arrival is going to be ILS 28 right with the Surfer 4. No transition. And any transition is correct, so we're going to temporarily insert. And then we'll double check that on here. Okay, that looks correct. So I think I got that in. Ending fuel on board 7.6, that sounds about right. So I guess my question is now, how do I make this flight plan official? Like, how do I lock that in as the flight plan we're going to fly? Because it's dashed lines right now, and I'm assuming that has to be not dashed lines. So is there a way to like make this flight plan the actual flight plan that we're going to fly? I don't know. Let's continue on. Performance. Upload takeoff data. Takeoff data request. Received. Alright, so there we go. Populated our numbers. Flaps 1. That must be our trim 0.2. The wind is calm, I guess. That's what it's telling me. It doesn't sound right. No, that wind is not right. So the wind is 270 at 12. Let's put that in there. 270 at 12. Insert uplink. Managed. Next phase. Cruise. Descent. Approach. V approach 132. I guess VLS is going to be your like VREF speed. I don't know. Go around. Okay, that's in there. Okay, I think that's right. So, yeah, V speed's in there. Okay. I guess that's it. If anybody knows, is there anything else you need to do with this Airbus FMS, or is that it? So I got flight plan here, which doesn't appear to be the actual. I mean, how do I lock that in? Like put it over ARC. Map not available. Okay, well that's not good. It says either still in alignment. Okay, so flight plan, GPS primary. Oh, I think we're syncing. There we go. I think we're aligned now. That's what it was. Okay. GPS primary. Good. So if I'm correct, we're all set. So I'm gonna put flight plan on the left, and then we'll put the takeoff data on the right. All right, hey, if anybody sees anything I'm screwing up, by all means, let me know. Okay, I guess fuel quantity, check and confirm. So if I click this fuel, we got 14.7 on board. Right. No flap takeoff select. This is a copy from my MD-11 checklist. I need to work on it. FCP airspeed. I don't know what you're supposed to put in there. I guess V2 speed. So if I go to speed, I put 145. Or do I leave it on that dot, which means it's managed, and then that's nav, and then that's heading. So I'm thinking we need to put that on the runway heading, at least to start, and then we click it over to nav once we're in the air. Alright, so let's take a look at our departure real quick. I'll get better with these cockpit flows as I learn this jet. I just don't know it yet. Runway 27 climb heading 275 to 520, then right turn to direct Winfield. Now track 296 to Colonel, then to Quinn at above 8,000. Okay. So 275 on the heading. I think, is that? Alright, so one concern that I have here. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. I see. So that makes it nav. And that makes it heading. That makes it airspeed. Okay. Altitude is going to be let's see here. I got my climb via SID, expect flight level 360, 5 minutes after departure. Climb via SID means top altitude 15,000 feet. So we're going to set that to 15,000 feet. Okay. I think that's right. altimeters. Let's get those now. The weather at San Diego is currently 27012. Right down the runway, 3012. So now we'll set this to 3012. Okay, that's in. Auto brakes. I don't know what you're supposed to use for auto brakes. I guess max. Max? No. Do you not use auto brakes or what? Well, y'all let me know what auto brake setting are you supposed to use for takeoff, or are they automatic like everything else on this dang plane? So takeoff, departure, and taxi brief. Let's go over that real quick. So we're currently on the ground at San Diego at gate something. I don't know what gate this is. Bravo something. Terminal 2. I'm expecting a taxi via Bravo to Alpha. Or taxiway Bravo down to Bravo 1 for departure to the west. Again, we're on the Padres 2 departure, and I've already read those instructions. The top altitude is 15,000 feet. Initial heading 275. We got some crossing restrictions at Gwin at or above 8,000. And I do believe we have ATC on tonight. So real quick, let me make sure on the flight plan that we got that in there. So Gwin. It doesn't really capture these. Oh, they're altitude constraint above 8,000. Okay. And then this one is 520 plus. Yeah, I'll have to learn how to work this thing as we fly. But looking good so far. So status page, whatever these are called. Put this on engine, or actually I'm gonna put this on APU. Let's start the APU. So to start the APU, I believe we go master on and start. There we go. APU's coming on from what I can tell. Or should. Cool. APU's coming on. Doors and windows. I think we have our passengers embarked, so we can go ahead and close up the one left door. And I think we can also pull back the jetway. Cool. Let's see. Let's turn on this electric hydraulic pump with the PTU. All right. APU bleed. We're going to need that on. I'm assuming the APU generator comes on automatically. So parking brake, let's set it. And then we can pull the chocks and the external power. I think we're good on power, right? Let me make sure. Electrical. APU generator is online. Okay. Ground power unit is clear. Beacon light. Beacon light should be here. On. Let's turn on the wing lights. Nav and logo lights. Oh yeah. Those look good. APU bleed's already on. Engine ignition switch needs to be on ignition start. I'm not using ACARS tonight, so let's go ahead and get the
ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Get the tug on there, and I'm going to set up my controls. I think we're ready. I think. I don't know.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, crew, hold on. Just setting up my cockpit here. So, one thing, I don't have an Airbus like side stick set up yet because I don't know how often I'm going to be flying this plane. This is literally going to be my absolute first time flying it. So, I'm going to be using a yoke in my old standard issue throttle setup. Just for now, it should work. Not ideal, but it's what I got. Let me just get her set up. Okay, let's lower the dust down. Okay, I think we're ready. I think. Oh, I'm kind of nervous about this. First time in an Airbus. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's get the...
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
We'll push her back to about right here. About there will do.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Whoa. Okay, let's start engines, I think. Let's go engine 2, master on. Switch this over to engine. Oh, I think I got rotation. So I believe this engine start sequence is completely automatic. You don't do anything. Like it just lights itself off. Airbus just does everything for you. Okay, that looks like a good start on engine 2. Let's go engine 1 master on. Okay, rotation N2. Fuel, EGT.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Oh, I don't like all that shaking. That's part of that new physics camera. I don't really care for that. Alright. Well, that's starting up. Let's see if we can do something about these overhead lights. A little bright in here for me. Where are these lights coming from? Those are floodlights. Okay, I want those lights off. I need these lights off. How do you turn these lights off? Over here?
SFO is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Does anybody know how to turn these lights off? These overhead lights here. I don't want them on. That's what I need to do now. That's going to be a little obnoxious for me. Just those lights. Alright, let's see. What is the light for that? Okay, electric pump off, APU bleed off, and APU master. That should be it for that. Those floodlights are still on. That's what I need to have off right now. Maybe on this panel? Well, if anybody's out to turn off those floodlights, let me know, because they're a little too bright for me. I'm just not quite sure. Alright, I think we need to call ATC and get ready for a taxi here. So, San Diego ground 123.9. And we need to get the transponder code in there. Sorry guys, I'm still learning my flows with this. 7245. 7245. And we're going to put that on TARA. Alright, let's confirm that we have the weather one last time. Batson weather. Information Foxtrot. Seems a little dated. 7012, alright. I think we're ready. Let's see here. For departure, you actually want the nav system in manage mode, not heading mode. Okay. Gotcha. I want it in nav mode, not heading mode. So let's go. There we go. Got and the route should go to solid green. Okay, it did. Thank you. In manage mode, speed in manage mode. Done. Okay, now how do I turn off these overhead lights? I don't want these on. They're driving me nuts, Captain Chairbus. Help me out here. What's the switch for turning those stupid lights off? San Diego ground, good evening. Delta 1443, ready for taxi, runway 27.
Delta 1443, Lindbergh ground, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, altimeter 3011.
Okay, 27 via Bravo, Delta 1443. Alright crew, I think we're ready. The overhead would be storm light near the seatbelt sign. Storm light near the seatbelt sign. Storm light near the seatbelt sign. I don't see it. Am I missing something here? Oh, I know what it is. Dome light. That's it. There we go. Okay, nozzle steering. Left. Right. Brakes. Oof, those brakes were good. Alright, Chairbus, I'm going to be relying on you very heavily here because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I think I'm doing pretty good to have it even running at all right now. I'm kind of proud of myself for even getting it to this point. Okay, clear on the left, clear on the right, coming right. SoCal, San Diego approach 119.6, I'm guessing. Alright, so flaps 1, I know that. Speed brake armed. Auto brakes max, I assume. Oh, there's a little checklist for you. Auto brakes max, signs on, cabin check, spoilers armed, flaps takeoff, configuration. Takeoff configuration test. Okay, I'm gonna click that button. Takeoff configuration normal. Let's do flight control check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Noticeable steering left. Noticeable steering right. Our trim for takeoff should be like 0.2, so right about there. Okay, so predicted wind shear. All right, arm spoilers, captain side overhead panel. Okay. Predictive wind shear switches on your pedestal captain side. Shoot. Oh, there we go. Auto. Yep. PWS switch. Yep. Lower center display.
Delta 1443, contact departure 119.6. Have a great flight, man. We'll see you.
Okay, 19.6 for Delta 1443. Thanks a lot, Swan. Okay. Let's see. How do I turn the volume up a little bit on this radio? Hopefully that's it. Thanks, DY. All right, hey, Airbus, back me up. Let me know if I'm missing anything. I have no idea. I think we're good. And I know about the different takeoff gates. Oh, the performance. I didn't set the. I don't know if I got the flex temperature in there. I did not. Okay, we're gonna hold. Check cabin button. I don't know what that is. Thing to flight attendants. Yeah, okay, I'll get around to that. Okay, we're gonna hold here. I'm missing some takeoff performance. I don't want to use Toga. I got aircraft on final. We're gonna hold here. I don't need Toga though. Let's do this real quick. Takeoff performance. Compute. Flex 58. So flex is 58 is set. That's better. Alright, let's see. Overhead. Where is this button you said? Okay, so let's go. Lights on. Takeoff. I think we're okay. Cabin. I think that's good enough. San Diego approach. Good evening. Delta 1443 holding short 27 ready for departure.
You're still with ground.
Oh, Roger, thanks. I shouldn't be with ground. Yes, I'm with ground. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, call buttons.
Stuck on approach. I'm gonna disconnect my graphics card. Too slow. Alrighty. Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Anything in blue in the ECAM memo is not
Delta
complete.
1443, SoCal approach along the wind 2609, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 27, Delta 1443. Okay, let's go, I guess. I wish us luck, guys. It's our first time. Airbus, back me up, alright, man? Just critical safety of flight things. I don't need any nitnoid stuff right now. I'm nervous about this. What a beautiful city. I love San Diego. Okay, runway heading is 275. Okay, we'll do a static takeoff. Okay, let's run the engines up to about 40%, stabilized. Okay, and then we're gonna move this into the flex takeoff D10. Here we go. Okay, thrust set. Oh man, here we go, guys. 120 knots. Rotate. Okay, positive rate, you're up.
Delta 1443, radar contact, say altitude.
Climbing through 700 for 15,000.
Delta 1443, climb ascent.
Climb via SID, Delta 1443. Okay, I think I need to drop it into the climb D10. Okay, I'm gonna fly the flight director for a little bit. So far, so good, guys. I keep wanting to touch the trim, but I understand on these Airbuses, you just put the pitch where you want it, and it's kind of like control wheel steering, and it trims it to keep it where you left it.
Speedbird 273, wind 2609, runway 27, clear line.
Alright, let's go autopilot 1 on, and our strobes are not on. Check. Thank you. Good catch. And flaps coming up. Thanks for catching that, Airbus. Guys, I think we're doing good here. We are at 250 knots and climbing. I get more familiar with this aircraft, I will I'll start hand flying it more. But I want to use the automation for now as I learn everything. I got Airbus over here backing me up on checklists and stuff.
Delta 1443, center offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Okay, over to Unicom, 22.8, Delta 1443, so on.
See ya.
Cool. Over to Unicom. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. So we're pitching down. I think we can go ahead and turn off the... And we can turn off the runway turn-off lights. And the wing lights. Okay, auto brakes automatically turn off. So that's... cool, I guess. That's funny. Captain Chairba said there's not much to do in an Airbus once it leaves the ground. I can see why. I don't know what to do. Like, where's all the buttons to switch and all the things to do? Like, there's just nothing here. Okay. Do I have... Oh. I knew I forgot something. I didn't have my weather radar on. Okay, power's coming back. Why is that? Oh, altitude. What's that? Nope, nope, nope. I want this on. I don't want vertical speed. I want push. There we go. It's in manage mode. I got the dot. I got the dot. There we go. So if I'm correct here, then I just leave the throttle in the climb detent for the rest of the flight until I turn off the auto throttle. Correct? Right? It just stays in the climb detent even during cruise. Alright, let's see if we can. Back for final engines throttle cut. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna fly this thing. Okay, 18,000 feet altimeter standard. So how do I go standard? Just push it? Standard. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we're climbing through 18,000 feet now. 2,400 feet per minute. All throttles on, flight director's on, throttles, thrusters climb. I think we're good. This is cool. Let's see the outside. if I can figure out what's up with this overhead here. I think so. This is kind of, so as I understand it on these Airbus, the overhead is just like an MD-11 where we don't want to see lights on. Lights on is bad, lights off is good. So if all these switch lights are off, then that's what we want, as I understand it. So that seems fine. Okay, this all seems good. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Put auto throttles all the way on. I don't think I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna turn the auto throttles off and I'm gonna fly it like a man. This doesn't feel right to me. Although you can do that in an MD-11 and a Boeing, you can do that in all aircraft, but I don't like to fly that way. So I think we will manage the thrust on our own as we get into San Diego. Because we're men, that's what men do. Okay, and just like an MD-11, that little line I assume is our top of descent. So at least there's some sort of logic to this to me. I mean, a lot of this stuff kind of reminds me of the MD-11. That is the top of descent, I know that. And then if I zoom out some more, I'll bet you that line there is our, or I'm sorry, top climb, top of descent. I get it. Okay, Quartz. Tell you what, if you got any problems, just PM me on the Discord. We'll take care of you. It sounds like you're talking some business here. I think we're fine. Do we just kind of sit here then? Is that all we do is sit here? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to start the clock. I will say this: I'm not a huge fan of this physics-based camera thing that they've got going on right now. If anybody knows how to turn that off, because the shaking is giving me shaking is making me a little nauseous, to be honest with you. And also, I gotta say, the cockpit lighting textures here don't seem right to me. I don't think that's right. Does that look right? These lights. It doesn't seem right. I'm wondering if there's some issues with the textures in here. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. But there's definitely an issue with the textures. It might have something to do with something with the delivery here. All right, so are you telling me this is correct? Is this what you see in yours, Airbus? Like this night lighting is what we're supposed to be seeing? Because this doesn't look right. Okay, so this is okay then, right? I mean, it's not my sim, it's the actual, it's just the way it is. Ugh. Like, this is terrible. I'm sure during the daytime it's fine, but at night that looks like crap. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna start Googling how to disable the physics-based camera in here, because I don't like it. Turn some of this brightness down a little bit. What is that? Yeah, this does not look right. Sorry, doesn't seem right. Okay, G-loaded camera is what it's called. Let's turn that off. So, where's that at? G-loaded camera. G-loaded camera. If anybody knows what that's at, let me know. View category on menu. Where is a view category on menu? I don't see views. Oh, no. Okay, up here. G-loaded camera. That's it. Thank you. That was getting a bit much for me. I already have XP Realistic, and that's enough movement for me. I like this Airbus. Just doesn't look great. I don't know. This Boeing, this Airbus stuff. I'm just a Boeing and an MD-11 guy. What do I know? Hey, Chairbus, what is this? What is this thing? I'd love to know what that's supposed to do. Okay. It's like an ACARS box. Okay. Oh, okay. This thing is fully loaded with all that stuff. Okay, coming up on top of this top climb here. I wonder if it tells me how far I have to go until there. So progress. What does it tell me how far I have to go until top of climb? Oh, distance to go. Okay. To flight level 3. Okay, distance to go 12. Cameron Asher Floquet. Or Floquet? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Welcome aboard, man. This is my absolute very first flight in an A321, and I'm doing okay. Not that there's much to do. It kind of flies itself, right? Seems okay. It's very easy to fly once you know what all these buttons do. So, let me ask you this, Captain. Is it best to keep it on like this status right here? like what mode is it best to keep this on? Hydraulics, fuel, all, no, 8, that's flow K, I thought so, like French. Just like no page, it will show you the most pertinent page for phase of flight. So if I click no page, alright, so just kind of let it do that. Gotcha. It's a cruise mode. Tracking. Alright, so, okay, top climb's coming up here. We should be leveling off pretty quick. This thing seems very sensitive to wind shifts and changes. Kind of rocking and rolling up here. Okay, Mach and altitude. Okay, so we're at cruise here. Okay. All right, guys, we're cruising. And then if we go to next phase, we're at cruise. Top of descent is 177 miles at 0403 Zulu. So we got about 25 minutes till top of descent. So now would be a good time for us to kind of take a look around this cockpit a little bit better. Seems to not like the response. It's very touchy with the wind. So the wind is really kind of shifting up here. It's not constant, right? And we're just constantly kind of gaining and losing airspeed. And this thing, I thought the Boeing 737 was slow. This is painfully slow cruising speeds. 0.76 Mach. I mean, give me a break. Makes you really miss the MD-11, because we'd be stalling right now flying this at this airspeed in an MD-11. Anyway, let's see if we can kind of screw around with this thing a little bit. So here's the center pedestal. Maybe I should lock the cockpit door. That might be a good idea, right? Curious if we look at the landing calculations here. Landing performance. San Francisco 28 right. Wind 29016. It's calculating the landing weight at 150. Let's calculate what that would be. Foot runway. Wind is 16 knots headwind. Landing required 3,818 feet, and we have an additional margin of 6,500 feet. Wow, that's quite a mouthful there. French Louisiana. I have an uncle who's from Baton Rouge. He talks funny. Got a funny accent. Okay, so does this tell us what flaps landing full? So if we did flaps 3 in compute. So chair bus, what's a typical landing configuration? Landing flaps 3 or full? I would think 3 would be like flaps 30 in a 737 as opposed to flaps 40, right? Alright, so it says we can use brake mode low, landing configuration 3. Alright, plenty of stopping margin. All this stuff more or less makes sense. You can see the top of descent starting to come up here. And that's going to be in 148 nautical miles. About 20 minutes. About 10 minutes, we'll start briefing the arrival. I haven't flown into San Francisco Airport in years, so we'll see how that goes.
Open ground, good day, November 74, Bravo Lima, we have information, Delta ready to copy IFR to LAX.
Who's he talking to?
November 74, Bravo Lima, open ground, thanks for Delta. Clear to
What
Los
am I
Angeles
picking up here?
International Airport.
Oh, VHF2. Okay. Well, got good news, guys. Looks like we're gonna have ATC into, oh, lots of ATC into San Francisco. We're fully manned here. We got center, we got NorCal approach, we've got tower, and we've got ATIS at San Francisco. So let's go ahead and get the ATIS first. 118.85. Let me get out my knee board and get ready to write. 118.85.
Altimeter 3012. Simultaneous closely spaced dependent ILS runway 28 left and 28er approach is in use. Landing runway 28 left. 28er. Departing runway 28 left. 28er. Notice it to air mission. Verde CTV and DCY map. Transfer us weather information for San Francisco area available from flight service station. Departing aircraft get numbers and brief both runways 28 left and 28er. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information India.
India. Okay, let's get that again.
San Francisco International Airport HS information India. 0256 Zulu. Left 280 at 16 cuts 26. Visibility 10. 2,400 scattered. Ceiling 10,000 broke. 20,000 broke. Temperature 10. 2.6. Altimeter 3012. Simultaneous closely spaced dependent ILS runway 28 left and 28er approach is in
Okay.
use. Landing runway 28 left. 28er.
So we're programmed in for 28 right. I hope it stays that way because I don't feel comfortable enough with the CDU to be changing the approach on the fly. So hopefully we can stick with 28 right. Let's start taking a look at the landing situation here since we have a few minutes. You know what? Real quick, let me get ready for... Let me get ready for this. Oakland Center, 132.2. That's Oakland Center, who we should be talking to here, like, really soon. This is where we're at right now. And then NorCal approach is going to be 13395. 13395 for approach. And then tower on San Francisco is going to be 12050. 12050. I'm just putting these, I'm writing these frequencies down on my knee board. Wow, that's interesting. You had to travel from Alaska to Louisiana, huh? That's quite the drive or flight. I've only been to Louisiana once, a small town called Delta, which is right on the Mississippi River, right across from Mississippi, which is where I was at. Anyway, back to work. Let's take a look here. So we're looking at San Francisco. Planning on landing on 28 right, and then Terminal Delta. Maybe I can get a gate chart here. Charts. Parking spots and coordinates, maybe. Nope. That's not what I want. San Francisco charts. I want parking gates. We're gonna go to Delta 14. Delta 14, that's where we're parking tonight. Spot Delta 14. Okay. And then after we land, 28 right is where we go. We'll aim for Delta and cross here and try to get in quickly. I think we can make either Tango or Delta. Let's take a look at the Surfer 4 arrival. So we're gonna pick that up here at Surfer. We need to cross Nurley at 280 knots, flight level 200. Waves 280 knots at flight level 190. Epic at 280.15. Follett at or above 8,240. And landing 28 left or right. Eddie, we need to be at 246,000. Let's make sure those are in the flight plan. So what I don't like about this CDU is the fact that it doesn't tell you what the altitude constraints are. It has these little asterisks here, and then you have to click on the vertical reversion here to get a look at what the constraints are and the speeds. But I guess at the same time, it's doing the work for you, and it said, hey, there are constraints here, but we'll take care of it for you. We'll manage the speed. These altitudes will meet the constraints without you having to worry about it. So that sounds like typical Airbus stuff. So what does this mean? Limb. Okay. 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 That looks fine. 87 miles till top of descent. Okay, so we briefed the approach. We briefed the arrival, parking, taxi route. Let's take a look at the actual approach chart. So I think we can regular Cat 1 or a Cat nothing. Alright, so at Eddie, we need to be at 6,000 feet. And when we get to Seppin, we need to be at 3,000 feet. Axmal, 1,800. And that's going to be our final approach fix with the 3-degree glide slope down to the touchdown zone. Alright, in the case of a missed approach, we're going to climb to 3,000 on San Francisco VOR Radio 281 to VIC-U intersection DME 12 and hold. This approach requirements 350 nautical mile. Yeah, the climb gradient minimum is 250 feet per nautical mile at 1,900 feet, and the unable to meet climb gradient. See ILS localizer 28 left. All right, well we're good. All right, the decision altitude is 213. All right, so how do I set the? Okay, Chairbus, I hope you're still here. I need your help. Do I need to program the ILS or is it automatic? Let me know. Do I need to program that in or does it automatically do it like the MD-11 does? Rad nav. I hope it does, but, you know, I'm not sure. All right, there it is. Oakland Center, good evening. Delta 1443 with you, flight level 350.
Delta 1443, Oakland Center, roger.
I think Chairbus is gone. Dang it. Okay, so also, where do you put it in the...
American 562, connect NorCal approach 133 point, correction 125.1.
Where do you put in the decision altitude
Going over
at?
NorCal, American 562, good day.
Do you even put that in? Like, where does the decision altitude go in?
Oakland Center, American 562, what was the frequency again? 133.905. 33.905, American 562.
If anybody knows, any of the Airbus pilots, do you put in the decision altitude somewhere? Because on every aircraft I fly before this one, you have to put it in manually, and I don't see anywhere to do that. I'm not seeing it. Let's get the NorCal approach frequency ready. 13395. Still don't see where you put in the decision altitude in here. That's a little disconcerting to me because I'm used to having that. Not gonna be on that. FMS preparation, GPS landing flaps, auto brakes, approach braking terrain on ND, guys, FC altitude, set cleared altitude, okay. So a couple questions that I have then. Do I need to manually put in the ILS frequency here? And then also, do I have to put in the decision altitude? Where do I do that? So if any of you guys know, any of you Airbus pilots know, let me know. Would I put in the decision altitude, and do I need to manually enter the ILS, or is it automatic? Nope, nobody? Alright, I'll just have to figure it out on my own then. A little bit of rudder trims in. Okay. Nope, that's my only question then. Maybe I'll Google it. Oh, thank you. Hey, okay. So he said for the decision height, you got to go to the performance page. Okay. And you enter it there. So I'm guessing we go to descent, approach, Q&H is going to be, oh, I can, maybe if I type in 3 here, oh, config 3, that's it. So approach speed is 142, minimum descent altitude, oh, okay. I get it. Decision height is going to be 200. Actually, it's going to be 214 because we're using Barrow. MDA is going to be 4,500. Oh, it's either or. Okay. All right, the QNH is going to be 3012. 3012. The temperature there is temperature 10. The wind is 270 at 19, gusting 26. So let's add half the gust. Let's make it 270 at 23. 270 at 23. Oh man, thanks for helping me with that. Okay. Alright, excellent. That helps a ton. Thank you very, very, very much for explaining that to me. Oh! Okay. MD8. Alright, so, well, here's why this is why I did it, because decision altitude is Barrow, decision height is radio, and your MDA or your MSA is typically going to be this here. MSA, MDA are kind of the same thing. So I was going to say decision altitude is 213 Barrow, but I'll put that in there.
Oakland Center, good day. November 74, Bravo Lima, with you, flight level 190. 74, Bravo Lima, Oakland Center, climb, maintain, level 370. 370, November 74, Bravo Lima.
Good evening, Oakland Center.
United I've got 28 right in there already.
54
so
is at 17,300 for flight level 190, and we've got a message from NorCal.
Yeah, go ahead.
He says, and I quote, "I hope your cat gets hit by a bus."
Alright, you can return to his frequency and tell him his dog is going to the pound.
oh my god, what is going on here?
Roger that. Go to his frequency and...
So 1443, descend via the Surfer 4 arrival.
Send via Surfer 4, Delta 1443. Alright, here we go guys, heading down. I think we're good. I'm pretty sure we already did select that approach. Yeah, see it's got 28 right in here, so yeah, we should be good.
Number 41 Alpha Papa, Sacramento altimeter 3004. 3004, Alpha, thank you.
Okay, are we gonna descend or what? Okay, it's not descending. Why is that? Oh, I know why. There we go. I didn't have it in managed descent. Yep. Wrong button. Here, we're heading down now. So, where on the PFD do I track our my descent profile, like where I'm at plus or minus on there? On the MD-11 and on the Boeings, I have it over here on the nav display. It gives me like a descent profile. Wow, look at that descent rate. Holy crap.
Okay, we've got a relay from NorCal. He said, he hopes your cat ends up in a plane engine.
What's wrong with you people?
I have no idea. Apparently you're told to make something up, so that's pretty funny. Climb maintain flight level 350.
350, thank you so much. You're the best, United 1754.
You're better than that guy, I'll tell you that. Number 4 Bravo Lima, turn 30 degrees left for sequence.
Okay, we're getting a little fast. I'm gonna put some speed brake out here.
Number 4 Bravo Lima, turn 30 degrees left for sequence.
30 degrees left, 74 Bravo Lima.
It is shown by a green dot. You're above the green dot all the way at the bottom. Okay. I would prefer there to be like a...
Delta 1443, Kite final approach 133.95 today.
3395 for Delta 1443. I'll tell him something mean about his dog, I guess. Bye.
And then radar vector is number 1 Delta Kilo.
Okay, a little more speed brake. Alright, okay, there's the green dot coming in. I see what you're saying. NorCal approach. Good evening, Delta 1443 with you descending flight level 2, 903 on the circle 4.
And number 691 Delta Kilo, I'm sorry, I got mixed up. You're cleared from Modesto to the Lake Tahoe Airport via runway 28 right, obstacle departure procedure, radar vectors, Squaw Valley VOR, direct, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 27, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.905, squawk 42, tree 1, and hold for release.
Alright, clear to Tahoe Airport as filed via the 28 right, Alpha Kilo departure.
Speed brake
Squaw Valley transition. Then as filed, squawk 4231 departure with you, thank you.
Number 691 Delta Kilo, readback is correct, device number 1 for departure, frequency change approved.
Roger that, thank you.
Delta 1443 now, Cal approach altimeter 3012, expect the ILS 28 right approach, say altitude passing?
Descending through flight level 274.
Alright, thank you, expect ILS 28 right.
We'll expect 28 right, Delta 1443. Alright, cool. Looks good so far, guys. Hey, Min Q Ku, if I'm saying your name right, thanks for being here. Captain Chairbus was helping me earlier, but he disappeared, so I need your help. I don't want to screw this thing up, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good so far. Not that there's much to do in an Airbus, apparently, but... you have to arm LS? What does LS mean? Explain that to me, arming LS. I know that there's something on NavRad that says LS. Oh, there it is. IGWQ. And that is the identifier for 28 right. IGWQ. Okay, good. So it is tuning it on its own. There's the front course, and there's the glide slope. So that's looking right. Alright, I'm feeling good about this. Okay, we're on speed. We're on descent path, from what I can tell. Activate approach phase. I don't think we do that yet, right? Oh, LS. Okay, right here. Okay, when do I activate LS? Just shows your diamonds for the ILS. Okay, tell me when to turn that on. I don't know when I'm supposed to do that. This plane flies so slow. It's shocking. I thought that 737 was slow. This thing is slower than that. Alright, so our approach speed, if I'm reading this correctly, is going to be 145, but we have a gust. So it looks like it's added the gust for us. Well, I've added the gust myself, so. I've added 3 knots for the gust, so. Okay. 145 approach speed. Much to do here, is there? Just kind of sit. It's just flying so dang slow. I don't get why. Like, we should be at 280 knots, so why is it not flying 280 knots? I almost want to just do this. I'm tired of putzing along at this slow airspeed here. I think I'm going to keep it at 280 knots manual, and then we'll...
American 562, contact Oakland Tower 127.2, good day.
We'll go back to
American 562, good day.
managed airspeed after we get past Epic. Okay, altimeters coming up on 3012.
NorCal departure, 1 Lima Tango, currently departing via the Coast 9 departure from Oakland at flight level 040. Number 1 Lima Tango, NorCal departure, right contact, climb and maintain 10,000. Up to 10,000 for 1 Lima Tango. Number 1 Lima Tango, turn left heading 250, climb, maintain flight level 190. 250, and then up to 190 for 1 Lima Tango. NorCal departure, version 20, contact 2000. Version 20, heavy NorCal departure, ready contact, climb, maintain flight level 190, good afternoon. 190, version 20. NorCal approach number 1 Delta Kilo 1 for departure. We're going to announce on Unicom now. Number 1 Lima Tango, turn left heading 180. Left heading 180 for 1 Lima Tango. Number 6901 Delta Kilo, release for departure, clearance board if not off in 8 minutes. If not off in 8 minutes, advise NorCal approach within 10 minutes of intentions, frequency change approved. Roger that, thank you.
Yeah, deal. It's definitely a unique experience, I'll tell you that. Alright, let's go back to managed airspeed. Start slowing her down again. Oh. Sorry. I touched something and it got mad. See, the Airbus said don't touch anything. Look. Okay. There you go. It said do not touch the throttle lever. You were not authorized.
Operation 20, heavy proceed direct dead ahead.
Alright, let's start. Let's see if
Number 1 Lima Tango, contact Oakland Center 132.2, proceed direct Mickey now.
Alright, so
Direct Mickey for 1 Lima Tango and over to center. Appreciate the ATC. See ya. Yeah.
Okay, are we doing okay here, guys? Everything all right? Am I doing it right?
Approach number 1 Delta Kilo with you climbing through 1000.
Number 1 Delta Kilo, NorCal ident.
On approach, this is Philippines 1825, passing flight level of 32,500 to 3,000, inbound Nerdly.
November 6901 Delta Kilo, radar contact 1 mile west of the Modesto Airport. Climb maintain flight level 2, correction, flight level 190.
Climb maintain 1990, 1 Delta Kilo.
Philippines 1825, heavy NorCal approach, altimeter 3012, expect ILS 28, right approach, good afternoon.
Altimeter 3012, expect ILS 28, right ILS, Philippines 1825.
Okay, looking good. I see San Francisco coming on nav display here. Okay, we're slowing her down. 240 knots by Follett. Alright, there's our decel. Okay, looking good.
Delta 1443, Eddie cleared ILS 28, right approach.
And you say at Eddie, we're cleared 28 right approach, Delta 1443.
Version 20, heavy contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Hi, crew. Set the altitude bug lower. Yep, thanks.
Philippines
Alright.
1825, heavy, Eddie cleared ILS 28, right approach.
At Eddie, cleared ILS 28, right approach, Philippines 1825.
Look, approach
Thanks for catching that.
Delta 416 descending by Bodega for arrival, flight level 270.
Delta 416, heavy NorCal approach, altimeter 3012, expect ILS 28, right approach.
3012, altimeter expect
Get a little loud
runway
here.
28
Let me
right,
see.
Delta 416.
Okay, so you said click LS. There it is. And arm the localizer. Got it. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and arm the ground spoilers now because I'm pretty sure... Oh, we're good for that. Got auto brakes low in there. Yeah, I think we're all set. Alright, so what is our slat extension speed? Alright, so anything below 212 knots, we need to be flaps 1 or position 1. There you go. If you pass the check rate, you can reward yourself with the A330. Okay, let's turn this range down to 10. Turn our range down to 10.
And approach number 1 Delta Kilo with 2,000 to go. Number 1 Delta Kilo, contact Oakland Center 132.2. Going Oakland Center, thanks for the ATC.
Okay, I'm picking up DME on the ILS. We're 22 nautical miles out. Okay, look good. At some point here we need to start slowing her down, so hopefully it knows when to do that. Okay, there you go. At decel at SIDB. Okay, San Francisco Airport up to our 11 o'clock. Don't really like the speed that it's carrying into this. Seems like we're going a little bit fast for this approach, but let's see how fast it slows down. I don't know. I would normally like to be slowed down a little bit sooner than this, but maybe this FMS is smarter than I am. I don't know. Let's see what it does. Arm approach, okay. Approach armed. Glide slope is alive, localizer is alive. We're getting a little bit faster.
Departure, good evening, Delta 4220, climbing 1,800 for flight level 190.
Delta 4220, NorCal departure ready, contact left now.
I'm putting some speed brake in here to get it slowed down.
Departure degree, United 930 Airbus passing 2,000.
United 930 Heavy, NorCal departure ready, contact, climb maintain 1010,000.
10,000, United 930.
Delta 1443, maintain 180 knots or greater till the 5 mile final, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5 today.
Okay, 180 to 2 miles and contact tower 20.5. Delta 1443 is long. Alright, so I'm gonna go speed 180 so we don't get below that. Let's go flaps 1. San Francisco Tower, good evening, Delta 1443 on the ILS 28 right approach.
Delta 1443, San Francisco Tower, hello, wind 28019, gusting 26. 3 departures off the parallel prior to arrival, caution wake turbulence. The last one will be heavy on the 28 right, clear line.
Okay, clear land 28 right, Delta 1443.
Alaska 258, caution wake turbulence from the previous departed 777, wind 28019, gust 26 on the 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Alaska 258.
Air Canada 914 on the 28 left, line
Okay,
up away,
localizer
10
captured.
mile final for the parallel.
Envoy 2 left, Air
Let's
Canada
go flaps
914.
2, I guess is what you call it. Alright, runway in sight. Okay, our instructions were to maintain 180 knots or greater till 5 nautical mile final. Okay, and there's glide slope. Let's go gear down.
Air Canada 914 on the 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff to your left, Air Canada 914.
Virgin 20 Victor Heavy, runway 28 left, line up 08, traffic 8 mile final for the parallel.
It's us.
Left runway 28 left, Jan 20 Victor, traffic inside.
Air Canada 914, actually disregard, cancel takeoff clearance, runway 28 left, line up 08.
Line up 08, 28 left, Air Canada 914.
Virgin 20 Victor Heavy, hold short, runway 28 left.
Hold short, runway 28 left. Virgin 20 Victor.
Alaska 258, can I ignore call departure, good day.
Alright, crew, here we go. Autopilot's I'm gonna keep it on for a little bit.
And Air Canada 914, departure just told me to hold departures for a little bit, so I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'll let you know if I get an answer.
Holding 28 left, Air Canada. 2000.
Spoilers. Armed. Flaps, we're not gonna use flaps 3, not flaps 4. Alright, I'm gonna start slowing her down. Let's go back to manage airspeed. Flaps 3. No, I'm not gonna do a flap. We're doing a flaps 3 approach. Okay. My aircraft. Oh, alright, well, I can't do it now. I'm already on approach, so. Nope, no side stick. I'm not buying one just for this. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a Boeing and an MD-11 pilot. I don't like that. I'm flying with my own throttle input. Okay, I'm a little bit off of the correcting onto the localizer. Yeah, I'm not an Airbus guy. I'm a Boeing guy. We like to control our own thrust. Thank you.
Air Canada 914, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, we got an aircraft taking off on the parallel.
Virgin 20 Victor Heavy, runway 28 left, line up 08.
400.
Left runway. Virgin 20 Victor.
100 above. 300.
Too low, flat.
That, well, okay.
Minimum.
Too low.
Landing.
Flat.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do the configuration right. It is what it is.
Flat. Too low, flat.
100.
Too low, flat.
50.
Too
40.
low, flat.
30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
A little bit off center there. Correcting.
Auto brake off.
Delta 1443, welcome to San Francisco. Left enable, hold short, runway 28 left.
Okay, left enable, hold chart 28 left, Delta 1443. Why does it feel like I'm in like
Air Canada 914 said that right
slow
turn.
motion?
Repeat the slow to right turn, Air Canada 914.
Negatives, disregard, I see you're starting the
Yeah,
right
it's
turn
alright.
now.
I was off center there. I was off
Virgin
center. line.
20 Victor Heavy, wind 28019, gust 26, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, we're gonna hold short.
28 left, Virgin.
Air Canada 914, can I ignore call departure, good day.
Take departure, Air Canada 914, good day.
100. 100 above, 300. 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 1
Whew. Well, I mean, it wasn't that bad, right? Flaps, spoilers. We can start the APU. I'll get better at this. I'll get better at these landings, but that wasn't bad for my first attempt, I don't think. I wish I wasn't so off-center, but, you know. I don't know. I don't have an 8-car system running. I'm kind of flying this one freelance tonight. So I'm not entirely sure what it was. Darn it, right? San Francisco... Okay, we're at Tango.
Virgin 20 Victor Heavy coming NorCal departure. Good day.
NorCal, thanks for everything, and good night, Virgin 20 Victor.
See ya. Delta 1443, cross runway 28 left on Tango, ramp via Alpha. We'll see ya.
Okay, cross 28 left to Tango, ramp via Alpha. Delta 1443. Oh, I don't want that.
San Francisco Tower, this is Philippines 1825 Heavy, inbound on the ILS, approach runway 28 right.
Philippines 1825 Heavy, San Francisco Tower, good evening. Wind 280 19, gust 26, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Runway 28 right, clear to land, Philippines 1825 Heavy.
Okay, so Alpha is the not this taxiway, but the next one. So this is Bravo here. Next one's Alpha, and our gate's coming up pretty quick. We're at Delta 14. Clear on the right. I was just at San Francisco Airport about January, or beginning of January. I was there in real life. Okay, and then we're gonna make a right turn on the last little thing here. And then our gate is gonna be right here. There's our marshaller. Oh, I need to turn off these strobe lights and the landing lights. Oh well, I'll get them later. Okay, parking brake. Alright, let's turn these lights off too. So, landing lights off, retract. Strobe light off.
I'm calling San Francisco Tower, 5x5.
Taxi light off. Wing light off. And then, hopefully with the APU running. I don't think we do. Darn it. Alright, we'll get ground power going here. Let's go chocks in, external power on. Alright, I think we can go ahead and go engine shutdown now. I don't really need the APU now that I think about it. Okay. Oh, strobe lights. Strobe lights. I'm sorry. No, beacon light. Beacon light off. And let's see if we can get the jetway. Here it comes. And we can go ahead and open up the ground services door open. Well, there it is, guys. My first flight ever in the Airbus. I don't think it was that bad. No, so AD, it's this. It's called Auto DGS. It's a free plugin you can get, and it gives you marshallers and stuff. So Auto DGS is what it's called. The good landing considering the winds. That looks smooth. What's the landing rate? I wish I knew. Hey, does anybody know the name of the... Does anybody know the name of the plugin that tells you your landing rate and flare and all that stuff? Because I would love to have that. It's what I've seen it like on Drizzle Mac 2's thing, where it'll flash the landing rate and everything. Does anybody know what that's called? I'd love to have that. And then my last question to you guys is: should we be done, or should I fly these things up to Portland, which is a very short flight? I kind of want to go to Portland as well. So if we went to new flight, Delta 1444 from KSFO to KPDX, how long would that take? It's actually further than I thought it was. Yikes. Oh, that's Seattle. I don't want to go to Seattle. I want to go to Portland. How far is that? Oh my god, it's that far up there? Ugh. I don't think I want to fly that far. Oh, maybe not. Landing rate monitor. I need to get that. I don't know if I want to fly to Portland, guys. That's further than I thought it was. Yeah, you know what? Tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to call it a night here. I want to get a couple things fixed up. I'm not happy with my views. I felt like I was zoomed in too tight. And it might have something to do with my field of view. I turned it up. And I kind of wish I hadn't. So I think what we're going to do is put the field of view to 80 and put that to 50. And then it's not going to feel like we're so close. Like I can zoom it out a little bit like this, and I think that would be better because I felt like I was like flying really slow because we're like leaned in a lot. So I'm going to decrease the field of view. That should help with the frame rates. These crazy little detents, man. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to call it tonight. I want to thank everybody who was here, especially Captain Chairbus and Mr. MinQ for your help. Now, where was this landing configuration flaps 3 thing at? Just so I know for next time, because I was getting a GIGABYTE warning because of it. So where would I do that? Oh, landing flap 3. There it is. Landing flap 3. Okay. So let me ask you. Airbus guys. Is it normal to land with flaps 3 or with flaps full? Because I did 3, and obviously that seems to be like a non-standard thing, because you have to come up here on the overhead and click a button for it. So I'm thinking, you tell me, are we supposed to use flaps full every time we land, or what? I don't know. Oh, you guys tell me what standard. So next time I fly this thing, I fly it the way it's supposed to be. Because to me, I was thinking like flaps full would be something like using flaps 40 in the 737 or flaps 50 in the MD-11, which we typically don't do unless landing performance requires it. But if that's standard ops for the Airbus, then I'll do it. I just don't know. It's all foreign to me, this thing. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Tomorrow, I will be back, and we're going to fly from San Francisco to PDX in this. And maybe, if I'm feeling froggy, I'll take the 737. I mean, flaps full sounds reasonable, so. So I did set the configuration in the CDU, right? I had it set to flaps 3, and it still didn't. I clicked this button, landing configuration 3, but it still gave me that warning. So I don't know. I had it set to configuration 3, but anyway, yes, we'll fly this tomorrow, and then. Okay, I will use flaps full next time. We're gonna fly from tomorrow evening, might be a little bit sooner than this. Probably like 5 p.m. California time. We'll fly from San Francisco to Portland, and then from Portland, we're gonna take the 737-600, a little short bus. I need to do some flight testing on that because I've gotten some feedback on my flight model changes that it's still got some issues. So I do want to fly maybe the 737-600 from Portland up to Seattle to get a quick flight in there to see how it performs. So I think it'll be a fun stream tomorrow for you guys. We'll fly this again for familiarization. I'll work on my checklists, and then we'll also fly the short bus 737 from Portland to Seattle and maybe back to do some flight testing. And if I need to tweak it, I'll do the tweaks on stream so you guys can see the plane maker and the airfoils if we decide to go there. And you can see how I do like flight model editing. But anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thanks again for everybody that helped me out. I feel a lot more comfortable flying this thing now because of your help. I know what these buttons do. I know what... I know like basic operation stuff, which I did not know before. So I think tomorrow it'll be a better flight. But thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you then.